Salute, salute, salute. All my generals, all my lions, all my real men. Y'all already know what it is. I know a lot of people been wondering what happened to the Lion Raw. It'll be back, twins, I promise. Just having some technical difficulties. I gotta delete a lot of stuff and upgrade stuff, and I'm in the process of doing all that. So the Raw will be back, you feel me? And we'll be up and jumping. Hit the subs. Definitely mash them likes if you like what you hear. Share this. Hit me up on the gram, John J 748. That's John J 748. Now I'm gonna try to jump into the shit that I've been trying to jump into for a minute now, but it's like sometimes it seems like when I'm talking about this shit, other shit pops up into my mind like during this time period, and it ends up getting off track a little bit, like yesterday. But for the most part, let's get into it. So, first off, real quick, I forget what this nigga name is, Boy George's supposed son. Drizzy or some shit. Never heard of him, never seen him, never been around him, none of that. He's definitely not one of the fucking Spanish Bloods that I ever was around, or that I knew, or named that was like kind of ringing bells that I was familiar with. Most of the dudes that I'm about to say right now, I had personal encounters with. First one is bloodyrich from Cyprus, 137, 138th Street, which is also like one of my areas. Like, for those of y'all that know, I'm originally like from Millbrook Projects. So that's bloodyrich. Next one is MK, but people was trying to tell me MK was one of the first. Correct me if I'm wrong, MK ain't turned blood to like the 2000s. So he's one of the most known, one of the like names, at least in New York and in the Bronx, you know, LES area. But I don't think he was one of the first. I believe it's bloodyrich. That dude Wildcat, he's definitely one of them. Dingding, the mastermind behind the St. Valentine's Day Massacre in 1993. Rest in peace to all those lost souls. That's 3, right? Dingding, MK, bloodyrich. Gotti is Dominican. Short nigga. Loose cannon. Gotti was putting that work in. He was with me up top also. So I got a story on that too. And he was one of the first Spanish Bloods too, also one of them. Not the, one of them. That's 4. I might be missing one. Twins. I'm not even gonna lie. But those are 4 that I know. Gotti I know personally. Bloodyrich I met also on some bullshit. MK, we crossed paths. The war was over, so I ain't never had no drama with the nigga, but like, we ain't never like bump heads. I chopped it up with the nigga before. His co-defendant was with me, his co-defendant Radic, sidekick. That's a whole crazy situation with that case too. But who else? And the nigga bloodyrich. So bloodyrich is like, out of all of them, I would say had to be one of the grimiest ones out of all of them. And what I will also say is that, magoo, there go magoo. Magoo is one of the other ones too that flipped over, man, fast too. So magoo is like, that's basically like the top 5 first Spanish blood homies that I know of, that I heard of, that supposedly was putting in work, and their names was ringing bells to a certain extent in certain spots. You feel me? So bloodyrich, he was just all around grimy ass nigga, slimy nigga. Like, he was just He tried to get me to get into a cell with the nigga on some, like, with him and her homies, talking about he tried to act and portray himself to be Latin King to me while I was in another pen. Threw up the crown on me, all that. Mind you, this nigga got a red sweatsuit on. Speaking broken Spanish like mine. Curly hair. I remember the motherfucker beat. And I start, I believe I spoke on this before. My spider senses started going on, and I peeped that he was just trying to get me in the pen to try to line me up. And that's what they used to do. They used to line motherfuckers up. Him and Magoo, like the same. Magoo was another one. Always trying to get motherfuckers to he'll use his race. Think about this, twins. He'll use his race, the color of his skin, and the Spanish-speaking language to lure in and to have people like bring down their walls so that they can get lined up and get shot. Facts. I mean, at the end of the day, who am I to judge, you feel me? I did grimy shit before too. But I ain't never I ain't never portrayed myself to be somebody that I'm not. And actually, let me not lie, because I spoke on this. But that was just a test. Not literally portray myself to be somebody that I am not, to physically hurt them. We used to test niggas in the beacon because there was so many bloods. The bloods was like, yo, everybody can't get 2 pieces of chicken. Feel me? So we used to test them. And I used to be one of the ones that be up in there with a blue flag acting like I'm Crip to see if these blood niggas was really real. And guess what? A lot of them wasn't. Because of me, a lot of them niggas got put on fire love. Facts. Shout out to Desperado. He was in the building with me. Shout out to Ja. He was in the building with me, in that same block with me. Anyway, before we go left again, it's a lot of shit that I got up in here, twins. I apologize. So, Magoo, another one. Bloodyrich, another one. MK. His name rings bells, right? So I know MK from the town. I know Sidekick from the town. New York, not prison. That's his co-defendant. This case is crazy. So I'm not going to dig into all that. MK himself is not a gangster. He's not gangster. He's a money-getting nigga. He get bread. Well, he was getting bread. He used to get bread. He wasn't putting in no work. Now, let me take that back. I'll retract it a little bit. In the streets, he was a little bit more loose. In the streets, he'll put work. In jail, tell me one nigga MK cut. MK ain't cut nobody that I know of. Another Spanish nigga that popped up into my head. Kip from the Bronx. Kip, somebody that his name was, he had his name was ringing a little bit. Another nigga that was getting money in the Bronx. He from the Bronx, Decatur. But Kip was a rat. Motherfucker was in denial that Kip was a rat. And he ratted on my son Dat. My son Dat had paperwork on Kip. And my son Dat was like, he knew Kip personally way more than me from the town. Kip is another Spanish blood nigga too, so in case y'all wondering. I believe he mixed whatever. But the nigga Kip, they had paperwork on him. The blood niggas in 4 building at that time, the nigga Grip. Grip ain't no bitch nigga. I ain't gonna say Kip is no bitch nigga. I'm gonna say that them niggas that I'm saying right now, yeah, they gonna put that work in the same way I'm gonna put that work in. I done had encounters with Grip, so right now it's like water under the bridge. I ain't never seen the nigga. There's been a lot of shit that done happen, so it's like If he ain't holding no grudge, I'm definitely not gonna hold no grudge. But niggas was shooters. Niggas was putting that work in and it was real talk. But when niggas got the paperwork on Kip, motherfuckers was acting like, nah, this ain't real paperwork. Yeah, it's real paperwork. That shit right there says C.I. next to his name. The fuck does C.I. mean, my nigga? What the fuck does C.I. mean? Confidential informant, my nigga. So Kip was ranting on my nigga Dat. Shout out to Dat. You know, I helped contribute to my son getting 75 to life, my nigga. So fuck that bitch ass nigga Kip. I had the opportunity to shoot the nigga. I tried to, but I couldn't. You know what I'm saying? I just couldn't. I couldn't get to the nigga. I never had another chance. You know, that day, them niggas was in the yard. They shot my son Dat. They cut the nigga in the face. Gave him a nice one. I ain't gonna lie. That shit had me mad as fuck. That's why I tried to get at Kip. And the whole time, these blood niggas ain't never do shit to Kip. They cut my son Dat in the yard, in the 4 building. Cause he's showing this nigga black and white, like, yo, bro, what is this? It says your name, nigga, C.I. right next to it. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the yard, I'm seeing these blood niggas, like, they moving funny. And I'm like, yo, Dad, I told down there, you want me to walk with you, twin? He like, nah, I got this. Don't worry about it, that's my son, I know him for years, that's my nigga, cause he know him from the town, they was getting money. My niggas was getting money off that dog food back then. I'm talking about guap. You know what I'm saying? So, he was spinning the yard 2-3 times, talking to this nigga Kip. Like, yo, Kip, yo, what's up with this shit though? Like, they saying this, it's just them two talking. I'm out there with a couple of my bros, and my bros is like, yo, listen, that got nothing to do with us. I'm like, all right, that shit got nothing to do with y'all. That's my son. That's my nigga. You know what I mean? I'm holding him down. So I was kind of like walking the yard, trailing behind. So what happens is this. I'm hearing blood niggas that's in the yard. Like Grip, the nigga Barry, the nigga Frank White, I believe, was out there too. So it was a couple of known hitters out there. It was a couple of hitters out there. Now you had me, my son Bam, Blazer. We had a couple of bros, and now you got a bunch of us. We all going up north, bro. All of us is all sentenced, and the majority of all of us. That's why we in the 4 building as adults. When you like at that time, when you blow trial, you get sentenced, or you got whatever the case may be. You about to go up top. You go to the 4 building, C74 first, and then you go state from C74. So we're in the yard, and I'm hearing these niggas like, yo, man, why the fuck this nigga keep talking? Why he ain't shooting me yet? So I'm like, oh, shit, these niggas. So what happens is, niggas hit my son Dat with the same shit that I done hit niggas with on numerous occasions. Niggas was spinning the yard. One of Kip's homies, one of the Bloods, one of the Shines. They walk up on him and they ask the nigga Dat for a light. My nigga dug in his pocket, really thinking like he's focused on this shit, trying to, and let his guard all the way down and got shot. Bam! I seen the whole shit happen, my nigga. Nigga caught the nigga. The nigga Kip was like kind of like in this, like he was like stuck, like yo, and talking, like yo, what the fuck? And then he's looking at that, was holding his face in a state of shock. So the dude that shot that was like talking shit. That threw like the papers that he had on him, cause he like threw that the nigga and rushed the nigga. You know what I'm saying? So my son popped off. When he popped off, I moved. And I started moving towards the nigga Kip, you know what I'm saying? So, but when he got shot, it was like shit, it was the tension was in the yard was so crazy that by the time when he got shot, police was already kind of on point. Niggas is already hitting the pins. You know what I'm saying? I'm moving now towards the nigga Kit, and the nigga see me. I try to shoot the nigga. I miss. Me and the nigga square off. Somebody tries to get at me from, you know what I'm saying? They miss. Niggas is squaring off, talking shit. I'm over here by Dap. Dap is over here scrapping with the nigga that just shot the nigga. Now my bros is running over towards me because they see me with my gun out, and me and the nigga Kip ain't got nothing out. Try to shoot the nigga, I miss. Know what I mean? Somebody tried to get at me, they miss. Know what I'm saying? And shit just popped off. You know what I'm saying? Just that's how shit happens, my nigga. That's real shit. And at the end of the day, the end result was my nigga still got cut. I don't know what the fuck happened to that nigga Kid after that. I didn't see this nigga. I ain't hear this nigga ever again after that. I got sentenced out there 12 years upstate. Never seen this motherfucker in no jail, B. Not one. I ain't never see that nigga Grip in one jail either. I ain't see a lot of these motherfuckers, man. And I was all over but New York State is big. I can't lie. It's a lot of maxes. I was only in a couple of them. I wasn't in all of them. I was in Attica. I was in Clinton. I was in Attica, Clinton, Coxsackie. I was in Wyoming. I was in a lot of different jails, but I wasn't in every max. So it's possible, they was somewhere else. But the one thing that I will say when it comes to these Spanish blood niggas, they automatically put a target on their back from the Bloods. Because a lot of the Bloods was like, yo, who the fuck are these niggas? These motherfuckers is Puerto Rican, they talking about their blood. You look like a traitor. They saying that the reason why they started is because they got oppressed by Spanish people, by Latinos. But then at the end of the day, all the big homies for the Bloods right now are what? Now, that's not to say that these niggas, look, I'm not saying they was pussy. I'm just saying they motives was questionable. Like, why would you want to bang with the Bloods when you know that the Bloods is all banging on all the Spanish niggas at the time, at least at the time. You feel me? So at the end of the day, they did have a target on their back from us, and then they had an extra target on their back from their Bloods also, because a lot of them wasn't respected like that. So a lot of the Spanish dudes like Magoo, like bloodyrich, like motherfucking Gotti, they put themselves in a predicament where they have to produce and stand out more than the average homie. So they do. They start setting niggas up. They start cutting as many niggas as they can. And I hate it when motherfuckers be talking about the serial slash shit like they busting everybody. No, they not. They're not. They're not. They cutting niggas in their hands. They cutting niggas in their arms. Cutting niggas on the back of their head. Like, they just trying to scratch you. Any way they can touch you, just cut. So, but it's not like, but at the end of the day, that's how you get status. And that's how you stay in the box. That's how you can't live in certain houses and population. Because you're doing so much shit to different people that now it's like you can't even live nowhere. You know what I'm saying? So, I say that to say this. To all the Spanish niggas that turned blood back in the 90s, the first ones that turned blood, I respect the fact that you went against the grain, knowing that you was going to be an underdog. But I don't respect the fact that you was always trying to utilize your skin complexion and your language speaking in Spanish to lure in and manipulate innocent motherfuckers. Not everybody was a king. I used to just label niggas that was king just because they was Spanish. You know what I'm saying? And the Bloods accepted the Spanish niggas, right? They was putting in some of the most work, right? Because they was putting it in on their own people. I respect real niggas all day, bro. I respect lines, but like, damn, my nigga, like, I would never turn blood, my nigga. I just do me. I don't have to get down with something else to keep my name afloat or to keep doing what I do. Feel me, twins? I'm gonna leave you on that one. I'm gonna give y'all some more smoke, though. Tankhead. Yup. The big homie Tankhead. personal encounter with the nigga. Like I said, I did a lot of time upstate, my nigga. I was gang banging. I was in a lot of different jails. I was in a lot of different boxes. I was in and out upstate box, Southport box. I was around, my nigga. Rikers, OBC, C Beacon, C74, C95, C73. I was all over. It's unfortunate, but I was all over. And I met a lot of motherfuckers, man. A lot of real niggas. A lot of fuckboys, too. Gotta get this bread, twins. Real niggas do real things all the time. Fake niggas only do real shit when the real ones is watching. Nothing but love to all my generals, all my lions, all my real men. Holla at your twin.